all three mediums: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. What is up? 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 All right. Haiti Biz News Show, Monday to Friday, bringing news. Let's keep you informed, engaged, and reacting in the most optimal way for your business, investment, entrepreneur activity. That is the 26th of August. Let's talk about it. Announcements. Of course, we're still talking with Bonj FM and seeing what we can do to get Haiti Biz News Show on that network, on that station officially in the mornings. So we're near the finish line, and so we're look out for that official announcement on my IG and Facebook of the time and etc. As I mentioned before, I am looking for a co-host. You gotta live in Haiti. That's the thing. You gotta live in Haiti. I had a few folks who reached out to me and said they're interested, but they live in the States. As I know, much of my audience is stateside, and I appreciate those of interest. I am looking for somebody to sit across from me in that chair and have a very much deeper conversation as possible when you have multiple perspectives available to you. So that's still a thing, right? Also, we have, if you go to Seejeanty right now, YouTube Seejeanty, we have Naomy Grandpierre, Haitian Olympian Naomy Grandpierre, who competed in the 2016 Olympics, who came and did very well in those competitions, really represented Haiti well, and who finished in the top quartiles of that out of 100 plus countries who were in competition. She graced us with some time. We had a chance to hang out with her at something that she was a part of, and in Haiti, which was some young adults who were learning, who were last day of a swim program, and she came to surprise them with her presence, with some tips, with some lessons. Some of my IG commenters were to correct me to say she wasn't there to hand out the certificates. She was actually there to just be a guest, and the person who was really the program was nickname was Gino Duvivier, and she was the one that was handing out certificates, and it was her initiative. So hats off to her, credit her. I did update my description in the video to make it clear, and the name of the program that we were there was Nager pour la vie was the name. Of course, I'm probably even then still saying it slightly wrong. But the full name is in the description of that video of the program we're a part of. So that was a redaction, an update to that part of the video. And so, but still, a great video. I got in the water. So if you guys are looking for some more of that action, you're welcome. All right, so those are the announcements. So news stories, two very interesting stories. FIFA is threatening Haiti. Greece is threatening Haiti to remove Haiti from competition, and that's a problem. We just, it goes without saying, we just came off a fantastic, and I'm talking fantastic, run here in the Gold Cup, where we shocked the world. We beat Canada. We beat what was it? Costa Rica? No. What was the Latin company we beat, guys? Somebody in my comments need to throw me a live vest, right? And of course we came in overtime to go toe to toe with Mexico. I mean, I'm talking about this close with Mexico, and arguably, it was a very that caused a free kick for Mexico and won the game for them. And to be coming off such a impactful win for very, very morale. Now, what's going on? Why is now in 2015 we hired new the Haitian Federation, the Haitian Federation of Football, and he was performing relatively well. He had some accomplishments, including in our pool being placed in front of Jamaica, and was able to qualify for certain cups right before he left. And so he was on track, and a lot of the things you can say that we're here now was in large part through his efforts back in 2016. Now, he was on a 2-year contract. That 2-year contract, he left a year in. He claimed that he wasn't paid for months. That's a problem. Right? He wasn't paid for months. He also claims that a lot of the things that were needed in terms of material and resources for the soccer team weren't provided. That's a problem, right? That's a problem. But again, the big thing was him not being paid. And so he resigned after a year. And the problem continues because he hasn't been paid, first off, for the rest of the year of his contract, which he's still obligated. He's still, because he left under a breach of contract. He said because he wasn't paid prior, it wasn't him just leaving, it was the federation not honoring their debts and their promises, and so they are owed, he's owed the full amount of the contract and not having to be responsible to work any longer. And in the Haitian Federation, it's 2019 now, has not yet paid him not only what he was owed, this is his claim now, but also for the remaining amount of his contract per the breach of contract. And he filed a complaint to FIFA about this. Now, FIFA in turn has said, listen, figure it out, fix it. You guys have until August 31st, which is Friday of this week, to resolve it with this fellow. And if not, we're taking you out. Now, the Haitian Federation has responded and said that they have paid him. Like when he left, they had paid him. There was a grant provided to them for the international community, specifically for soccer, a multi-million-dollar grant, and they used it to invest, to purchase material, provide resources to their soccer team, in addition to paying for the coach. Now, to me, it's a pretty straightforward, cut and dry case. If the Haitian Federation said they've paid him, show the receipts. They've paid him, show the bank account transfer. They paid him, show where acknowledgement was signed, that payment was acknowledged for disbursement, and disbursement happened. It'd be fini, that's it, right? Now, I find it hard to believe that you have someone, a coach, arguing for non-payment, saying, no, I haven't been paid. It's very easy to show or not show that someone has received payment in this day and age of bank account transfers, right? So the fact that Patrice is still saying he hasn't been paid makes me to believe he has actually been paid, whatever the heck the Federation, the Haitian Federation of Football is saying, right? So that's kind of where we're at. I think a lot of fans, a lot of folks are looking for, a resolvement of this issue. A lot of folks do not want to have Haiti not participating in any future competitions, especially after we did so well and the opportunity to build on these successes we had in the Gold Cup, especially our placement now for the World Cup that is coming. That this can't happen. And if it does, it's just another instance of the Haitian government shooting itself in the foot. Another instance of the Haitian government, taking the goodwill, taking momentum of just goodness that is happening in the country and literally doing exactly the opposite of what they should be doing and throwing a wrench and just messing it up. We saw that with the tourism sector and how the tourism and the Haitian American movement, which I'm a part of promoting the country for folks to come back, and how through their incapacity to figure it out politically caused incredible massive protests and put us us on a level 4 in terms of travel advisory, and now the industry still has not recovered, even though we've been off of that advisory for. So that's just one example of, and this would be just another if we don't figure it out. So I'll follow this story closely. I do certainly hope by the end of this week I can update you guys with some positive news about this story, but we'll keep an eye on it. And again, we hope it doesn't get out of hand, right? And I think the news story, the economic news story from an entrepreneur perspective is just, it opens me an opportunity to talk about the sports industry here in Haiti in general, and how, we don't have stadiums, how we don't necessarily push. There's a lot of local football teams here in Haiti. In fact, the Naomy video that I mentioned earlier, the young adults who were swimming were actually part of FC Toro, a young youth-focused Haitian league team, and a part of a young Haitian team that plays and competes against other teams across the country in different cities. So there does exist leagues here in Haiti. They're not necessarily too well promoted. They're not necessarily have TV contracts. They're not getting on top of the wave of technology, i.e. streaming, and getting in front of getting the word out of competitions. There's some that happens, but the quality and consistency is certainly not where it should be. And so Haiti is going to need that to grow, to become a better, more whole entity in soccer, and that's an opportunity potentially for an entrepreneur. Certainly, if someone can purchase a team, create their own league that really embraces technology, embraces marketing, embraces the business fully, to get folks in the door, engage, making it a weekly event. Folks can just have fun, pay a small nominal amount of money to get in, or potentially even free, and just depend on concessions and other things and sponsorships to drive revenue. As long as you have seats there, and again you're using new technology to get the word out in terms of what's going on within the particular league. I think there is certainly a massive opportunity in that domain for folks to get into. Of course, assuming the Haitian Federation doesn't get in your way with their competence, right? So that's where I'm in the story. And again, we certainly hope, and I'll follow up with you guys to tell you where exactly they are in negotiations, and if they're able to beat the August 31st deadline. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Okay. The next story has to do with Hurricane Dorian. Hurricane Dorian is coming. Right now, it's a tropical storm. It is headed towards Hispaniola, and the path has the cone right dead set on Hispaniola, though it looks like more likely it's going to go towards Dominican Republic side. We're keeping an eye on it because Lord knows, Haiti really doesn't have the infrastructure to be able to tackle a hurricane. We already saw what Hurricane Matthew did to our friends and brothers down in the Jérémie in the southwest of Haiti. So we're keeping an eye on that. One of the things that is slightly good about the geography of Haiti vis-a-vis Port-au-Prince is that Port-au-Prince is locked in two very large mountain ridges, and given the general path of hurricanes, the winds, the heavy wind damage, it's very unlikely to affect Haiti. A hurricane is very unlikely to affect Haiti because it's not possible for a hurricane to fully hit Haiti, because as they go through the mountains, the hurricane gets shredded and loses a lot of its force. But the rain is still an issue. Because even I can tell you, being in Haiti, even the slight rainfall, slight drizzle causes tremendous amount of problems throughout the roads, the streets, and in certain areas. You have flooding that occurs up to your waist, right? And this is just a regular shower that lasts just a few minutes that can cause these things. Not to even speak of a tropical storm or a hurricane that can inundate you, that can provide a day, 24 hours or 48 hours worth of rain, and just be feet upon feet of water, right? And certainly going back to soccer, during the soccer match with, I believe it was Canada, there was a massive rainfall that actually caused deaths, during that. I remember, it being announced during a rainstorm, during the match, that several people had lost their lives because there was a rainstorm, there was a massive flow of water, and some homes in the Cité Soleil and other areas were washed away because the river and the water flow was so large, right? And so again, that just goes to show you, again, this was just a rainfall, it's a thunderstorm, right? And so there's certainly a lot to be concerned of. And so we're, again, keeping an eye on that's going to happen Friday. Pray for a hurricane that paths, a little bit more north. And so we avoid the worst of it. For Haiti's part, the Protectorate of the Directorate of Civil Protection is preparing for the hurricane. They have over 8,000 volunteers. They've been working with, this is the really first big test for the UN Development Program and the United Nations volunteers who worked very closely to train the Directorate of Civil Protection and their 8,000 volunteers to be first responders, to be part of helping not only save lives, but also clear roads and other debris. And so we're going to look and see how well they react in this hurricane. This is going to be maybe the first big test since they've really pushed that. And this season in general is looking to be a relatively active one, where the University of Colorado has stated that they are expecting 2 major hurricanes this season, 5 2 major hurricanes in Cat 3 and above, 5 hurricanes in general, and 13 named storms. Now, it's slightly lower than average, and each of these figures are slightly lower than what typically happens, but still, it's going to be, there's hurricanes coming, right? And this is really the second hurricane of the season. So there's 3 more that could potentially affect Haiti in particular, right? So we're going to keep an eye on it. We'll keep our fingers crossed for a very inactive season. We hope this is maybe the only one that comes through Haiti, because Lord knows, again, Haiti really is in a position to be able to navigate and respond to these issues yet, right? So I think that's where I'm gonna end it for today. I appreciate those who came on stream and who watched live, and of course those who are watching it after the fact. We appreciate you. If you like what we're doing here, as always, leave a comment, hit a share, hit a like, right? And of course, we have other means. If you want to become a Patreon, do Patreon/Seejeanty. We do have a Square Cash. If you want to just take your appreciation to the next level, that's available too. That's #$Seejeanty. That's available as well. And that's a wrap. Tomorrow, same time. So we're back at it again, guys. We'll be back at it again. Peace.